So one of the best days of probably the iPhone history in general has just officially came out the other day. And this was a long time coming. There were generally days where I just couldn't even believe that Apple would end up doing something like this in the future. But guess what? The Delta emulator actually ended up coming around for our particular iPhones. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Delta emulator is one of the best, in my opinion, emulators out there. It's so refined for mobile devices. It's been there for so many years. And before that, it was called Delta. It was called GBA for iOS. And this developer developed this application for, Androids, but they also developed it for iPhones. Unfortunately, because of Apple's App Store guidelines, you couldn't actually download and install emulators from their App Store. This was, in my opinion, probably one of the most annoying issues that I used to have inside of my iPhone. I would literally jailbreak my devices for so many years just to be able to, download and play these types of games. But eventually there were workarounds with like online websites that you can add to home screen and kind of, do it that way. Those were always better than, having to constantly revoke them and then sign them. It was just such an annoying process. But I will tell you, the best thing ended up happening for our iPhones very soon, very recently. And this, basically Apple has now given provisions inside of the App Store to allow developers to actually allow emulators to go inside of their App Store. This happened last week. It kind of dropped out of nowhere, which was very surprising to me. And now, just until 2 days ago, the developer actually was able to upload their, this particular emulator onto the App Store, and it is breaking news everywhere. Everyone is now playing this emulator on their device, and it is really one of my favorite things that have happened within the last couple of, honestly, since owning my iPhone. I never thought, it was going to be like this type of process where you could actually go through and actually, pick up your iPhone and be able to install this application. So this was by far one of the coolest things going on here, and I was very, very happy about it. Now, the reason why something like this is so vastly important is because you can easily just go ahead, pick up your iPhone, install this application, and basically just utilize your, proper ROMs that you, actually own legally. You can actually input them into your, device and play them if you want to. This was something we never had before, and this will now actually open up the doors for a lot more developers to have a lot more flexibility for what type of applications they can install into the App Store. Now, I love this because this allows us to not have to, install a jailbreak on our, devices or, the alt store, any side type of thing like that. We can just literally use our iPhone, download these apps through the App Store, and it allows us to have just so much more, capability with our iPhones that we should have had, honestly, years ago. Emulators are totally legal. They're totally fine. Androids have had them, Mac have had them, so many devices have had them, and I'm just so happy that we finally have them on our iPhones. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.